Hello traders, John at StockBookie.com. Today we're going to look at the SPY, IWM, Netflix, Facebook, Google, Apple, Amazon. Let's get right into the SPY 10-minute. Very uneventful day, 89 million shares traded, and not too much. Just a little bearish pattern there, kind of came in. Volume just disappeared and we floated up, probably a little short covering in there, and then right into this level, which is on the 60, these pivots in here, this high pivot, check it out. That high pivot there, we had a gap fill, but it just tagged this window right here, so we'll see what's going to happen. And then we had this downsloping trend line. Got a lot of resistance in here, guys. Got fill, got that pivot, got this little pivot, got the high, then you got the all-time high. You want to short it, short this thing. 10% position, 5% position. Gets above here, sells, and you sell. We know our entry point, we know our exit points for a loss up in here, and we know what's going to happen if we start going down. Let's go to the daily to see a little bit clearer. If it gets up here, here we are. Got this pivot here. We just closed above. Got that pivot there. Then we have these couple pivots here. Like I said, if it gets above the all-time high and confirms, out. If it goes down, I think we're going to fast track to the 200. Going to fill this gap. This is right at 201.94. And then ultimately, I think we could get right into this area. Right in there. I'm going to go this pivot. Starts getting there, nibbling. But you have a gap right here too. So that's at like 196. But ultimately, this is the level I really like. This guy here. If it comes into this area about 190 or so, of course down in here, but there's another couple of reasons for this one. So that's where I'm looking, where this thing's going right here, and then possibly lower. Of course we have this. So that's what I'm saying. On the upside, we have a $4 stop out and we're done with the trade, and then we'll wait. We'll be in no man's land. So technically, there's a couple reasons we try to find, but not like a chart, like a double top or something like that. Here at StockBookie, we trade technical analysis, and that's it. We look at the charts. Like I said, this is just a sloppy, choppy, bearish pattern. Nothing great. We never confirmed down here. Bounce back up, and bam, you got to take that trade if it comes in here. Let's look at the IWM. A little bit weak today. Nothing special, but again, it's forming this pattern. We got to wait and see what's going on with this. We might be stopping out on these trades. I don't know. We're short this one. We're short the S&P 500. We're okay right now. We're not stopped out yet, but we're waiting and seeing. This one's not bad. It's above the MAs. Still at a good fib level right here. You got this little pivot. You got that little pivot. And you got this too. Look at all this stuff right here. That's why it's just holding on there. Because whoever bought up in here, it dropped down, came back up. They didn't take their profit, dropped down again. They're all nervous now. They're like, whoa. So right now they're at break even again. So we'll see. Like I said, this thing, the 50 MA could curl up and it could rocket this right to the double top. And then for sure, if it gets up there, we're going to take a short again. Definitely. And then we'll just use the all-time high with a stop out, just like SPY with confirmation. We're out. Done. Next one. Netflix. Just a high flyer. Look at that. Everyone's bullish. And when everyone's bullish, you know which way this thing's going to go. If you want to short this thing, use this all-time high as a stop out with confirmation and stop out. We possibly think the next level around 125.84. We'll take a look at this. When it's up here, there's nothing technically that we're looking at other than mathematical calculations that we've come up with here at StockBookie that tells us there's a possibility that there's some resistance up in this area. But again, if this one moves up and starts going sideways like this, bullish pattern, probably looking for up. If another pattern goes down and sideways like this, you're probably looking for down. Still reasons in the chart you have to look at technically to figure out a trade or when to get into a trade, but let the charts tell you what to do. So that's with Netflix. No great shakes. If it would have closed above that high, then yeah, you've got a little bit of follow through, but we didn't get any follow through, so we'll see. No volume. Had it pushed up. Nobody in here. Maybe some profit takers. And everyone who bought yesterday. And they're in it going, yeah, come on, baby. 50-50 shot. And all of a sudden it goes, oh, and then you say, I've been in these trades a long time ago. I thought they had good earnings. And then it comes to here. I didn't know about pivots or anything like that. Whoa, I thought they had good earnings. Next thing you know, you're filling the gap. Next thing you know, you're right back down, filling this gap. And you're just like, dang, wow, I should have took the profit. Been in there. That's why when we have a winning trade, we take half off and we lock something in, and then we figure out what we're going to do with the second half. We still have targets, but then, if it sets up at another pattern, then you got to watch what's going on with the overall markets. These are swing trades. We do intraday action as well, where we're just scalping stocks, where we're taking, 10, 20, 30 cents off and moving on to the next one. But if you could do that every day, 2, 3, 4 times a day, and each trade's worth a couple $100, you're doing okay. That's why technical analysis, it's so unique. You could just pile up the cash, and then when you lose small. Nothing crazy. Anyways, let's go to Facebook. Just like this one. I told everybody the other day, if it closes anywhere above this all-time high, at the end of the day, I'm stopping out. Guess what? It closed right here at the end of the day. We stopped out. That's it. I told everybody right here. Stops out here, stops out there. Today it did. I'm done. Good call. I didn't know if it was going to go up $5 the next day or $4, whatever it is. So this is a level now that we're looking at, right around $94. We're probably going to wait for the 100 even number. I think we have it in here. This could be another level right here. That's 96.12, or actually like 96.50. No, where? 96.32, somewhere in there. So if you took it here, got above that, then you get out and you wait for the 100 even number, or you wait patiently and try to get it somewhere up in here, and then you stop out a close above 100 with confirmation. Well, even here too. If you got it around 95, 96, that's beautiful. If you take a 10% position, it goes up $4 or $5. It's like a 5% loss. Nothing crazy. But if it goes down, we could probably get a quick $5, $6 too. Bam, done, out. Or take it off at the 20 MA, and let it fill the gaps down in here and see what we could do. Let's see. Yeah, we got this little pivot down here. That's at 85. I don't know if we get there, but there's a gap here at 87.90. And then ultimately, that's the big boy right there, the 89.47. Probably take half off there and then see if we could get below, quarter, half of the half here and try to let the quarter position run. But that's Facebook. It's all in my opinion. This is what I'm looking at technically. There's reasons. And then you got to watch the markets too. If the markets start selling, all this stuff's going to go down. So let's look at Google. That was another high flyer. Had earnings, everybody's jumping on. So everyone's jumping on the Facebook wagon. The next thing, the Apple wagon. They're all going to be good. Oh my gosh. This one's just ridiculous. It's just stretched. You got the, did it get this? Yeah, 703 today. Man. Look at this. You got a bullish pattern right here. And look at it go. So, is 700 the magic number? Could it be 800? Apple was 700. I don't know. But getting in this trade, if you took the weekly, if it keeps going up, then you got the next pivot on the week. Then you play it off that, because if it closes above that, then it's going to be strong. I guess if it closes above that and you go short, the next day if it closes above that, you get out. But again, being stretched again. All these stocks are getting stretched. It's like one thing that we shorted 3M, we short Costco, we short Humana, Kohl's I think was. Here, check this. All right, I'm going to go to the stretch charts at the end of the video. And now look at Apple. Same thing, just like the SPY. Let's go to the daily. Oh, my charts. Let's go to the daily. You got the all-time highs, you got a big pivot, you got resistance, you got the fib, you got gap fill, you got resistance, you got a ton of resistance, and then you got the all-time highs. Want to take Apple around here, it's almost 130. That's a $5 stop out. If you take a 10% position, you're probably risking 8 or 9%, because if this thing goes up, but again, you know what? With earnings coming up on a lot of these, you can't even play these. You don't want to touch them. Earnings, not good. So hopefully you're listening to this video all the way to the end. But again, you know what? If it earnings it goes up, then you stop it out and that's it. You don't take huge positions on these. We try not to hold during earnings unless we take half off, and then we'll give it a shot. And it depends again on the pattern we'll look at. So, and how much money, if you short it up here and you go into earnings, I don't know. Could Apple go to 150? Maybe. Don't want to take that chance. It's like I said, a 50-50 shot. Don't like those odds. But again, Apple, if it gets up into this area, take it short. Use that as a stop out. But before earnings, no. After earnings, then yeah, if it goes up, if it gets above there, then you got to respect it. But then we're looking to short again. That's what we do at StockBookie. We're looking long or short. We don't care. We just want to be on the right side of the trade and take bits and pieces out of the market every day, period. And when, at the end of the week, all the profits rack up and bam, on to the next week. Let's look at Amazon. Same thing, stretched. Don't chase this thing. My opinion. Look at that. Come on. They're getting all the suckers in there. I used to be that sucker. Oh man, and then goes into earnings and it's like, oh man, it drops 100 something happened or whatever. 50-50 shot. Right here actually, if it wasn't had earnings coming up, I'm going to have to look at this one for earnings. I'd definitely short this thing right here. Maybe wait for 500, but it's getting really close. If you short it here, use 500 as a stop out point. With confirmation, set up your share size, your position for where you're not going to get clobbered. And again, going into earnings, I'm not going to touch this. We'll wait for all these to shake out. I'll be looking for Google. I'll be looking for Netflix. See how the pattern's set up, and then we'll be trading those if the charts are telling us to. So right now, that's about it. That was Amazon. Oh, that one more. You know what? Rig. There was a guy on StockTwits today, and he was getting all shooken up about this thing just killing him. And like days like today, that's just a killer. But hey, buddy, look at this. You got pretty good volume here that's been increasing. And I think right now they're shaking all the weak hands out. You have a double bottom let's see, that's coming up. It's really close. Unless they gap it over that and get it going. From there, man, I can't tell you anything. That's the end of my charts. There's a couple different ways. I haven't really looked at this one. I didn't even think about trading it. But you had some pretty good support here too. And it cracked right through there. That's why I'm thinking that was like the head fake right here. That was just shake everybody out because everybody probably went long here and thinking, oh man, here we go. And look at this. They turned it and straight down. Anyways, if you're looking to go long on this trade, take it here. If it hits that, if it hits that gap or the double bottom Monday, I think we're going to try to go long on this one. I mean that's a great technical level. If the markets sell, it will go lower. If the markets keep bouncing, this one should get a bounce here. It's going to be short-lived though. We'll take it off the table. Hopefully, if we could get to the high of this candle, zoom that in. What we'd look for if we hit this thing on Monday, try to get it around 13 even. That would be even better. Next day, if we close right, we're trying to get a close above this candle right there, right in that area. If it closes above there, we'll sell half. And then we'll sell half of the half up at this one. And man, we could maybe get it to run. But like I said, we'll take profits and run. We did FCX a couple weeks back, or I don't know, a week back. Same thing. Retrace on this was a bottoming tail though. But retrace, boom, boom, took it off. We took the other half off there, and that was it. Look at that. Went straight back down. So they are weak, and that's why we just took the profit and ran. We didn't even mess around with that one. So we'll wait. This is another good level here. Double bottom. It didn't. You know what? Look at that, though. I think it closed below. So right now, this is the FCX. That could be bearish right here. A little bit of a bearish pattern, but not the best, like I said. And we went down, going a little bit sideways. So, I mean, it's starting, but, if it gets below this guy right here, that's where you get out. Anyways, oh man, what a day, what a day. Everyone, thanks for watching the videos. I really appreciate it. Hopefully this helps somebody in how we see the charts technically at StockBookie.com. Everything that we trade is based on the charts, nothing else. You got to follow a little bit of the news, of course, with the grease stuff like that, but we're not trading against it. If we're in a trade and grease gets fixed, we're not going, oh my gosh, we got to go long. Again, bull or bear, don't care. We just want to find ourselves on the right side of the trade and make a profit. Again, thanks for watching. God bless. See you on the charts.